What is up, everybody? My name is Jandy. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you came across on something that's similar to an MLM or a pyramid scheme and you're skeptical about it. In that case, this is perfect so I can tell you my experience and what it exactly is, coming from someone that actually went through that bullshit. I'm going to try to save your time as much as I can possible by making this video short. To start off, I'm a finance major and a data science minor. I'm currently in my last semester of college, and believe me, I've been hit up by these companies through LinkedIn, Handshake, or even a career fair, and I don't even know why or how they got in a career fair. This agent snuck into my school's career fair, started going up to students and gave him his number so he could promise them a finance career. Even though career fairs are basically nowadays a waste of time, but that's a different story. One of these recruiters actually hit me up. Me being desperate for anything to put on my resume, of course I wouldn't reply. I thought this company was legit, just like any company is legit on, you would think on any platform like Handshake. So I replied and I tried joining them. I ended up wasting my time and being used to try to use my contacts, my network, for them to target my family and my friends and my, siblings and anybody else that I knew so they could try to make sales to them. And the worst part is that they try to make everything seem legit. They tell you you're going to help families, make an impact to their lives. They're going to try to touch you in your sweet, soft spot. They're not going to tell you that you're special and that there's so much money to be made if only you put in the work. But it's a good thing I'm making this video so you don't have to waste your time like I did. First off, really quick, we're just going to show the difference between an MLM and pyramid scheme. If you do your due diligence, you're going to see that there's literally the same thing. A pyramid scheme literally looks like a pyramid, right? The person on top eats off of everybody else that's below them or anybody else that they recruit. If we switch over to MLMs, it's like the same thing where the person on top feeds off on the rest. I'm not going to tell you the exact definition because you can literally just look that up, but I'm going to tell you the most simple thing that you need to know. They're not far from each other. The person that brings you in is going to make money off of you. And I'm pretty sure pyramid schemes are usually illegal and MLMs aren't. And if you just look over this picture, you'll see that there's an incentive to bring new people in. That's why you see, especially post nowadays, remote sales make $1,000 a week. Let's pause right here. Let's be realistic. No company with a high paying salary would come to you and tell you, fill out this Google sheet or book a call with me. It's not that easy. And they're going to tell you that there's a lot of money to be made. But wait, do they actually really make money? Yes, they do. They actually do make money. And I'll show you really quick. They pay a premium, right? Which is basically the monthly fee for the policy. So if I sold you a premium costs $100 per month. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I'm gonna buy life insurance. Okay. So say for the first month, right? $100, right? Boom, I sold you one. $100 per month now. You're gonna pay for the rest of your life or until you die, I guess. Depends on what policy you get. The way they tell you make $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week is because say I sold you the premium, now you pay $100 a month. The company I work for is going to give me my commission, but in advance, because I think you have like a couple months or there's a time span where you can cancel your policy, and whoever sold you that policy, they won't get paid if you cancel it within that time period, unless it's different through some agencies. But say you keep the policy, they're going to pay me usually 12 months in advance of those months that you're going to pay. So say you kept the policy, my next paycheck would be literally 1,200 for the next week because you agreed to pay this. Eventually, you're going to pay 1,200. But my company is going to give me that money in advance. This is just a random example, and sometimes it does depend on the policy and the coverage that you get. There's some that could be 500. So if you sell someone for a premium that's $500 monthly, it's going to be $6,000. Realistically, to be new to the job and make someone pay $500 a month and make them agree to it is really low. This is like almost slim to none. But it's possible. It's possible. Money within a week or a month. Depends on whatever agency they're working for. So now this is going to be my story time. I got hit up by a recruiter and I ended up booking a meeting or an interview. That's what they fucking called it. The second you reply to them and you tell them a certain time and date to meet with them, you already got the position. You're already in the program to sell insurance or whatever they want you to freaking sell. They fake those interviews, so everything seems legit, so you can take them serious, basically. I mean, it makes sense, that game is game. my last final interview. This is where I should have just left already. This guy gave me a sheet where I could fill out my contacts and references of like 20 people, like business owners, like entrepreneurs that in my network that I know that I could refer them or like, help them get life insurance if they don't have it already. My stupid ass, you know, as a college student, I'm hungry. I'm trying to get something. So I was like, yes, yes, like I'm gonna do it. And it's just that easy to manipulate someone that wants to put something on a resume that could help them get a career. So I filled it out, brought it the next day, brought it the next time I met the guy, and he was impressed. He was happy. Of course, he was fucking happy. And I was like, did I get the position? He was like, yes, yes, you did. I can't wait to have you on the team. And me being happy like a happy puppy, just getting fed bullshit at this time. Internship started, and there was a lot of red flags where they just kept telling us, yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money. They kept feeding into our hopes and dreams. And I remember they made us do a stupid activity during the freaking program where we had to do, I'm not gonna say exactly what we did, but like we just had to like kind of take pictures for like a little game. And look how miserable I looked. Like I'm here like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What really set me off was when one worker there, it had him as a guest speaker, and he was like saying that I didn't have a corporate job for ready for me after college, but this place took me in. They were open arms, and they told me the possibilities, and then I joined, and I made so much money within the first year, and all that bullshit. A couple minutes later, the host literally told the guy, the same guy that just said that he had no corporate job, right? No offers. Hey, so I know that for a guy like you, you had so many opportunities, you had so many job offers, but what made you choose us? And the guy just answered like, "Oh yeah, I chose you guys because blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Wait, wait. You're saying one thing, he's saying another." And I guess he just asked that question so he could just elaborate on why the company is so great to work for. But obviously, someone went off script or someone just messed up, and that's where I'm just like, "Yep, this is bullshit." I just ghosted them. I just left. I just left and I ghosted them. And what pisses me off about this is that they took off my time, and like I really can't afford to not work. Like, I have loans and car bills and insurance and other expenses. So when I took time off of work for them for this stupid internship, that really left holes in my pockets. You're gonna see so many financial groups, financial this, financial that, families, financial whatever. Because when you join one company, after a while, if you're good at it and are able to finesse so many other people, you could leave that and still be part of that company, but make your own like agency and just repeat the cycle, just continue the chain. So you could literally just branch off of the company, still be affiliated with them, but now you're starting something new, and now you're starting fresh from the top, and now anybody you get else after that is just easy money. And when you're doing that, obviously, I don't believe that your products are going to be as good as those big companies that actually sell good life insurance or legit life insurance. This is why some people call it a scam. Or also, to find out if it's a scam or not, you have to wait until that shit runs out. And that's either 30, 40, 50 years, I don't know, however, whatever policy you want to get, you're going to find out at the end. Then you find out that you can't even get half of the thousands of dollars that you spent on the premium. The only upside about these type of companies is that they could sponsor you for some licenses. Like I know the SIE you don't need a sponsor, but the Series 7 you do. I actually met this guy in college. He was always a smart guy. He did this, and he was able to get them to sponsor his licenses. My guy got those licenses, he put it on his resume, and that helped him a lot. It actually looks really good on your resume, especially when you're trying to get recruited by a big bank. And he did. He works for a French bank now. And the only thing is, like, you have to suck up to all the bullshit that you have to do, all those sales, all those calls, to your family and friends and stuff. Actually sell some crappy insurance to someone that you love or someone that you know. I actually have a friend that did the whole program and finished it, and he put it on his resume, and now he had it the next year. He had an internship for Bank of America, and he stayed along with other students. And I asked him, what about the other students that were in the same program? And he said that some of them didn't meet the quota, and that some of them just left. It's really 50-50 if you want to pursue something like this, especially if you're in college. um and yeah, that is all I have for today. It's my first ever video, so if you watch this, thank you for watching. So